Welcome to Bhagavad Gita for the Creative Soul. This is episode 13, Completing and Releasing Creative Work, where Saurin is figuring out how to know when a creative work is complete enough to be released.
I recently published an ebook featuring a few of my fantasy short stories. While many of you may view this as an achievement, the sharing of words with the world, for me the actual accomplishment is that I managed to put these words out in the first place. I'd been working on these stories for a while. I would write, then rewrite. I would write some more, draft after draft after draft. But I didn't feel like they were getting anywhere. At some point, I started wondering, is there a foolproof method to determine if my work is complete enough to be published? After some contemplation, both in my head and heart, I came to a realization. The only certainty was that I would be a fool to believe that there was a foolproof way. Since then, I've been relying on two factors to make my decision on when to release any of my work: an externally imposed timeline and/or my internal critic who judges the current work as crap, crappier, or crappiest. So whenever it is crap, means it is near release worthy. However, there's still judgment. There's still the hope of success and the spectre of failure. This bothered me until I chanced upon the following verse.
Yogastha kuru karmani Sangam tyaktva dhananjaya Siddhi asiddhyoho samo bhutva Samtvam yog uchyate. Chapter 2, verse 48. Be committed in your duty, O Arjun, and be not attached to success or failure. Such an impartial and non-judgmental state of mind is called yoga. Yoga comes from the Sanskrit root word yuj, that is, to yoke, to unite, or to connect. Yoga thus refers to the practice of connecting with one's inner self, with other souls, and ultimately with the super soul or divine consciousness.
The verse conveys the significance of being committed yet detached throughout the creative journey. It suggests that by focusing on the process of creation rather than success or failure, I can achieve a sense of inner peace and satisfaction. This approach would allow me to adopt a non-judgmental attitude towards my work, making it easier to maintain impartiality. And once I feel I have given my best efforts, I can release it and move on to the next project. As someone wisely said, your work is not your baby. It's your child. You must let it grow and find its own way. Building upon what I shared in episode 2, here are my actionable steps. Embrace the process. Mindfully shift my focus from the result to the process of creation. Keep reminding myself that each word I write or delete helps me grow as a writer. Accept imperfections. Author Mandy Hale says, life isn't meant to be lived perfectly, but merely to be lived. Boldly, wildly, beautifully, uncertainly, imperfectly, magically lived. My work will never be flawless. The best version of my work today will be good a year or so later, average a few years later, and mediocre a decade later. My writing will evolve with time, as will I. And imperfections are not meant to stop me from sharing my work, but are opportunities for me to learn from. Collaborate with the like-hearted. Selectively working with others means there are more eyes, hands, minds, and hearts. It is not always easy for me to work with others, but it is worth the effort more often than not. Work with a mentor. Having an experienced teacher who understands creatives and the creative work is beyond priceless. This is one area in which I am blessed to have gotten unbelievably selfless mentors from time to time. The failure has been at my end to build upon the relationship and do the work needed. Always be shipping. This is a term I first heard from Seth Godin. He says in his book, The Practice, we don't ship because we are creative. We're creative because we ship. Take what you get and commit to a process to make it better. Do I now have a definite way to know when to publish? I don't think I'll ever be 100% sure. But at least I no longer call my work crap. Thank you for your time and attention. The greatest gift you can give me. I am Saurin Desai, and each week I delve into the teachings of the Bhagavad Gita. Together, let's create a community of creative souls on this journey of self-discovery and growth. If you have any thoughts, questions, or feedback, reach me at geetacreativesoul@gmail.com. And from this moment onward, I am on a quest to embrace the principle of always be publishing.